Have you ever felt like you're stuck, unable to move forward in important areas of your life? Maybe it's family, financial, or spiritual problems that never seem to get resolved. But what if I told you there's a prayer so powerful that it can break all these chains and bring freedom into your life? Today, we're going to pray together the prayer of Psalm 91, one of the most impactful in the Bible, capable of transforming your reality. Stay with me, because every word of this prayer could be the key to the change you've been seeking. Life, many times, can feel like a constant battle. Challenges arise from all sides, situations that drain our energy, problems that seem to bind us, preventing us from moving forward. But the good news is that God has given us powerful tools to face any situation. And one of those tools is prayer, especially when based on His Word. Today, we will explore Psalm 91, one of the most powerful and comforting texts in the Bible, which teaches us about divine protection, liberation from spiritual traps, and the assurance that God fights for us. This won't just be a study, but a true prayer of faith and power, capable of breaking barriers, destroying chains, and bringing freedom. What are you facing today? Maybe it's problems that keep you up at night, or that weight in your heart you don't know how to lift. The promise I make to you is that, by the end of this video, you will not only feel relief but will be armed with a prayer that can change your life. And together, we will see how Psalm 91 can be the answer you're looking for. Before we continue and dive into this powerful prayer from Psalm 91, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss any content that strengthens your faith and brings you closer to God. It's quick, free, and can make all the difference in your daily life. Now, let's discover together how this prayer can transform your life. Exploring the power of Psalm 91, breaking the chains. Now it's time to dive deep into this very special psalm and understand why it is considered one of the greatest declarations of protection and deliverance in the Bible. Let's explore each verse, connecting it to our daily struggles, and reflecting on how it can bring liberation from spiritual and emotional chains. The secret of dwelling in the secret place of the Most High. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Psalm 91 verse 1. This verse invites us to find security in God. It's not about an occasional visit, but about continually dwelling in His presence. This means living in communion with Him through daily prayer and trust. Imagine this. Every time you pray and surrender your fears and struggles to God, you are entering into that spiritual hiding place. Think about the chains you're facing today: anxiety, fear, doubts. When you choose to dwell in God's presence, those chains begin to lose their power because He becomes your refuge. The God who protects and delivers, surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. Psalm 91 verse 3. Here we see the promise that God delivers us from the traps of the enemy. How many times have we felt trapped by circumstances, relationships, or negative thoughts? The snare of the fowler represents everything that tries to capture us and prevent us from moving forward. God is saying, I am the deliverer. Trust in me, and I will set you free. This gives us the assurance that when we call upon the name of the Lord, He intervenes in our situations, breaking what holds us back and preventing us from prospering. The promise of peace amidst chaos. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day. Psalm 91 verse 5. Life can be filled with uncertainty, and fear is one of the greatest chains we face. But this verse reminds us that God is in control, even in the midst of storms. Reflect. How many times have you been paralyzed by the fear of the future or the circumstances around you? This promise is a reminder that God is our peace. He covers us with His wings and protects us from everything that tries to destabilize us. Angels at our disposal, for He shall give His angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. Psalm 91 verse 11. This is one of the most comforting verses. Knowing that God sends angels to protect us gives us confidence in every step we take. This doesn't mean we won't face challenges, but it means we will never be alone. Think of the difficult situations you face today. Picture God's angels surrounding you, protecting your mind, your heart, and your decisions. This image brings comfort and hope, giving us the courage to move forward. Authority over evil, you shall tread upon the lion and the cobra. The young lion and the serpent you shall trample underfoot. Psalm 91 verse 13. This is a powerful statement that, with God, we have authority over the forces of evil. The serpent and the lion symbolize the spiritual attacks we face. Have you ever felt like something greater was trying to stop you? Perhaps feelings of discouragement or situations that seem insurmountable. This verse reminds us that in Christ, we have authority to overcome these battles. The love that breaks every chain, because he has set his love upon me. Therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. Psalm 91 verse 14. This is the heart of Psalm 91, God's love. It is because of this unconditional love that we can trust in his promises. No matter how broken or weak we feel, God's love strengthens us and sets us free. Connect this to your life. What's holding you back today? Remember that God already knows your struggles and is willing to break every chain because he loves you deeply. Practice how to use Psalm 91 in your daily life. Now that we've reflected on the power of this psalm, how can we apply it? Pray with Psalm 91. Read the psalm aloud, declaring its promises over your life. Meditate on its verses. Choose a verse that speaks to your heart and reflect on it throughout the day. Actively trust God. When fears or challenges arise, remember the words of the psalm and surrender everything to God. By internalizing these truths, you are positioning yourself to receive the protection, peace, and renewal that Psalm 91 promises. Let's continue this journey, trusting in the God who breaks every chain. If these words are already speaking to your heart and you feel the transformative power of Psalm 91 in your life, take this moment to leave a like on the video. It's a simple gesture, but it helps spread this message of faith and hope to even more people. Now that you've experienced the strength and comfort of Psalm 91, how about continuing on this journey of faith and transformation? Here on the channel, we have other videos filled with inspiring messages and powerful prayers that will further strengthen your connection with God. Click on the videos that are appearing on the screen right now and choose the one that speaks to your heart the most. Whether it's for a moment of peace, to overcome challenges, or simply to be closer to God, there is a special message waiting for you. May God bless your life, and we'll see you in the next video.